Hi there, it's Mr. Grapes here with the third of my walkthroughs of the game Gods Remastered, produced by Robot Riot in 2018. Really quite a fine remake of the 1991 classic made by the Bitmap brothers. We're looking at the third level of the game, that's World 3 of Level 1, The City. And I'm going to be showing you how to find the secret room and also how to beat the end of level boss. The first thing we will be doing though is accessing the shop. And what I will be doing in the shop is to upgrade my weapon. I'll be purchasing 3 throwing stars in the middle there, and then when I've done that I will select a weapon power up potion, which is middle right. And then once we've done that, we will leave the shop, save the rest of our money for the next visit. And now it's about time, because as with all of the early secret levels, they are accessed by reaching a certain point in the world within a certain time. Now you'll see there I've moved to the right of the screen, and that brings that enemy on the right into play. It means you can kill him from that ladder, which makes life a bit easier. We're then going to drop down and deal with that trap by using the switch down and up, and then we can go up the ladder to kill the chaps at the top of the screen here that are blocking our way up. Go. Again, using the switch will close those platforms, and that enables us to move across to the right bottom side of the screen, where there is a high jumping potion which will get us up that long leap. This is quite a tricky level. This is the first level that I really struggled to get through without losing a life, especially the part that we're coming up to in a moment, where you do really need to be quite dexterous with your firing and your ducking. First of all though, we just need to deal with a couple of chaps here. And then once we're on this top ledge, this is where things do get a little bit hectic, but there is no need to panic. There is enough time to kill everything up here without taking any hits. You just need to be a little bit careful. It is another matter though if you're on your second or third playthrough of the game, because the enemies do get additional hit points. If you do complete the game and go round again, this is one area where it's almost inevitable that you are going to take some hits. We are now almost at the point where we need to reach within a certain time to reveal the secret room. So we're just walking across to the right here. This switch sometimes reveals us a shield, but it doesn't here, and I don't quite know why. But this is the point here where the wall will move and your secret room is revealed. Now we can take our time a little bit more. I make a mistake there, and I'm going to take another hit now, because dropping through here inevitably leads to hitting that chap, but it's okay because at the bottom of this ladder we have a health power up, so by the time this part of the game is cleared, we will be climbing back up the ladder with full energy again. So we're going to make our way back up and to the right, and that will take us to the secret room that we revealed just a moment ago. And going into the secret room, there is just one bad guy on the wall to take care of, and then you can go down the ladder to collect your loot. And of course, always useful to pick up an extra life as well. Now, time pressure is not upon us now as much. That said, I do rush this little bit, and this next bit a little bit. I do make a couple of errors. Feel free to take as much time as you need on these parts of the world. We're no longer, as I say, under any time pressure, so you really can just take your time and make sure you get through without taking any hits. I'll take one there. Accidentally walked into a bad guy, and I'm going to dispatch these. Now he comes quite early. Normally they don't come until you're over on that platform, but he appeared a little bit early. Again, I make a mistake there, but it's not the end of the world, because I do know I've got another health power up just coming up. Leap of faith here to the left, but if you do, you come over to this secret area where the crystals drop down and you can collect the treasure key, and then you can move back to the right, firing now because there will be some flying creatures coming in from the right that will target you. pick up that crystal, and then one more bad guy to dispatch. And then we come to this area, which is a bit strange. I've never really worked it out. These chaps kind of appear fairly much at random. I've never really worked out. I don't think it's timed. I don't think it relates to where you are on the screen. I genuinely think it's just random. Sometimes they can all appear really quite quickly. Other times they can really take quite some time. I'm making a bit of a mess of this, as you can see, but as I said, there is a health power up there, so it's not the end of the world. Just going to jump backwards and forwards, try and persuade the remaining 3 guys to show themselves. There's one of them. And hopefully now the last 2 will finally make their appearance. We can get rid of them, and then we can flick the switch, and that will open the trapdoor and produce a shield, which enables us to make the long drop down here through the door, brings us up to what was previously seemingly an inaccessible door. Now, just standing on the edge of that ledge takes those flying creatures out with your shield, but you can shoot them as well, of course. Now, there's an extra weapon there, but I choose not to take it. If you take that weapon and then kill the end of level boss, which is easier with that weapon, you don't get the final treasure chest, whereas if you kill the boss without that weapon, there's an extra treasure chest to be had. So I choose not to, and I take the extra points. There's some flying chaps going to come in now from the left. You need to be careful because they fire at you, and it's quite easy to lose their fire in the animation of them dying, so make sure you duck those firebolts. And that is the level complete, and what we're going to do now is drop down and take on the first end of level boss. He's not a particularly difficult boss, in fact none of them are, if I'm honest, except maybe for the very last one, which takes a bit of practice. This chap, all you need to do is to remain a constant distance from him, firing away, and his shots will then always bounce over you like so. Although saying that, there's one that hit me there. I was a little bit careless, but in general, if you retain your distance, you're really not in very much danger at all, and it doesn't take very long to dispatch him. Now, you will remember that I said by taking that weapon, you don't get an end of level treasure chest. I didn't take the weapon, so I do get the treasure chest, which appears there. Up the ladder, eventually, a little bit of random jumping about for no reason whatsoever. We come up the ladder, and then we're going to pay another visit to the shop. Now this time, the next level has a number of areas where the bouncing bomb comes into play, and it's really quite useful to have. So I'm going to buy 3 of those before we move on, and also an extra life, because it's always nice to have plenty of lives in the bag. That is the end of the level. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Please, if you did, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will be putting walkthroughs for all the various worlds and levels of gods in time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.